Hey everyone, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys had a great 4th of July weekend, and today I want to cover Kinds of Kindness. Kinds of Kindness is the latest Yorgos Lanthimos film by a person that is very peculiar. I've pretty much enjoyed most of his past projects. I've actually covered Poor Things here before on the channel before I deleted the video because I didn't like it, but anyways. Yeah, this man is definitely odd sometimes, and that's good. You know, that could be good sometimes, that could be bad, but in this case, it's pretty lame. I will say I've seen this movie twice, and the first time I did kind of like it. I kind of enjoyed the crazy random shenanigans happening on screen, and I came out of it thinking that it was pretty good, but the second time, it didn't hit as hard. Maybe it's because I saw all the twists coming, maybe it's because I realized that there was a lot of missed potential here in the themes and the stories that were being told, but I just definitely felt like the second viewing was a drag. I kind of like the concept of, you know, showing how far people are willing to go for the people that they love, and surrounding that theme in exaggerating crazy, you know, BS scenarios. That's, you know, it's engaging for some of it, but you know, on my second viewing, it felt like too much. It felt like it was too much crazy and a lot of less subtlety or care for actually caring to get your point across. The movie is structured in three main stories: the death of Arfem, Arfem is flying, and Arfem eats a sandwich. And I'm going to give my thoughts on all of them right now. The death of Arfem is easily the best story out of the main three here. It feels like the most thought out section of the movie, and the whole not giving the audience any kind of context of what's going on really works here, and it's a formula that's used out the entire movie, but like I said, I think it's really strengthened in this section, and that's really because of the dialogue, the character interactions, the story. It actually feels like it was carefully planned out to be engaging, and of course there are some crazy, insane moments that you would expect from this film, but it actually feels like it's serving the story. It doesn't just feel like shock value for no reason, and I honestly wanted this section to be turned into a whole movie. The mystery is intriguing and the characters are delightful. Arfem is flying is probably the funniest section in the film, and it definitely turns up the insanity, but besides those two things, I don't really feel like this section did anything better than the first section. The mystery is intriguing, sure. The amounts of unreliable narrator shenanigans really kept me invested, but then it ended pretty much out of nowhere. This section definitely felt like it suffered the most with time restrictions and pacing, and that kind of just leaves the ending with Emma Stone's character just dead, and you know, another one pops out of nowhere. I guess it just felt all premature, and I get the whole sentiment that Emma Stone's character would do anything for Jesse Plemons' character, even though he can't look past his perfect ideal version of Emma Stone, you know, because it feels like the one that was lost at sea isn't the same one that came back, or simple differences or different flaws. You know, it all ties back to how far someone would go for the people that they love. And you know, Jesse Plemons' character thought that Emma Stone was a fake because she wasn't perfect, so he went crazy, you know? But honestly, I don't know. They played so much into trying to deceive the audience with the reveal at the end that honestly, most people came out of this either confused or just not caring. And trust me on this, I know, because the person next to me fell asleep and started to snore really loudly, and my friend had to shove him because he was making so much noise in the theater and people were looking behind at us like we're not associated with him, I swear. Anyways, this section in my opinion is just fine, but definitely needed more time to cook. The last section is called Arfem Eats a Sandwich, and honestly, even in my first viewing and in the second viewing, I've always thought this section was the weakest, and honestly, after the second time, straight up bad. The title implies that this section would increase in insanity again, but for me, this was just really boring. It's funny because so much happens, but at the same time, it feels like nothing happens, you know? It's about a cult that Emma Stone really wants to be a part in, so much so that she exclusively drinks the people's tears, like the leaders' tears, and she only wants to sleep with the leaders, which is already a crazy concept, and she's looking for a messiah, you know, who can resurrect people. So all of that is just like, what? Okay, fucking what? My friend actually really liked this part of the film and called it the best part of the film because it was a classic cult film, and I guess I wouldn't know anything about that because I don't consume, or I just haven't seen a cult movie before or cult media, so you know, that's on me. I guess I should definitely, you know, get on that. But this part of the film was just really uneventful. But this part of the film was just really uneventful for me. Not in the sense that nothing happens, because things happen, but all of the insane things that happen, just don't impress me. They don't keep me engaged. I was kind of interested in Emma Stone's character, with her family, her history behind that, how that develops. The idea of someone leaving a family because of a cult, because they love the cult so much, could have been interesting. And seeing any potential real character drama there would have been nice, but then they just throw it out the window in a scene that makes me very uncomfortable. Overall, Kinds of Kindness is a movie that's all flash and no death, not in the worst way possible, and it's not the worst movie by any chance, but it's definitely not a movie for everyone, and there's definitely peculiar movie enjoyers out there who would like this. I'm a peculiar movie enjoyer, but it wasn't for me, so I don't think everyone would like it anyway. But besides that, the cast is great, it's shot well, and the score is really funny. I'm not gonna lie, there's a track here that's just someone in a deep voice screaming no over and over again, and it's a bit silly, but besides that, it's a very good score. I'm gonna give Kinds of Kindness I'm also debating between a 5.5 to a 6 out of 10, or somewhere around there, to be honest. Anyways, what did you guys think? Did you guys like Kinds of Kindness? Did you not like it? Is there something that I didn't mention that you want to talk about in the comments? Let me know down below, and like and subscribe. It really means a lot, and I appreciate your support. Have a good